I'm sure all of you are wondering why there are two of us standing up here. I'll explain. My name is Daryl Schuller. I'm the temporary AD, just the interim. This is my last day today. Good news, we do have a new athletic director who will be continuing at the school program here. And his name is Jaime Valencia. Let's go ahead and give him a warm welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Daryl, for your hard work that you've been doing here as the athletic director and keeping everything going. So everybody, let's give Daryl a thank you as well. All right, tonight is a special night. It is senior night. So we are first going to introduce the visiting team and then the home team. Let me grab the roster, one moment. Number 1, Lizzie Seiss. Number 33, Bella Jordan. Number 22, Isabella Sandoval. Number 3, Emma Domer. Number 4, Lily Howe. Now we'll introduce our Bulldogs team. Number 13, Lily Daniels. Number 5, Alyssa Vine. Number 3, Raina Gale. Now to introduce our seniors. Number 1, Marisol Coros Pitula. With the parents. Parents, if you want to come out here. Rose. Number 23, is Nyla Stingley. Yoleth Valtierra. No. No number. And the coach for this team is Linda Souza and Trina Alexi. Okay, we're going to take a quick picture, all of them together. Now with the coaches, just one last one. The whole team. All right, we'll go ahead and get going with the game. Good luck, everyone.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another sports presentation from the Media Productions team and the Department of Communications of the Colorado School for the Deaf and the Blind, featuring high school girls basketball between the CSDB Bulldogs and the Family Worship Center Academy Coyotes. We have the Bulldogs against the Coyotes in this game. This is Bill Beagle to bring you the play-by-play on the Bulldogs' home floor here in Colorado Springs. The Family Worship Center Academy is located in Pueblo, Colorado. The Bulldogs will be in their home white uniforms, white tops and shorts with red numerals, Bulldogs in red letters across the front of the jerseys. The Coyotes will be in a very nice teal blue uniform, jerseys and shorts with white numerals and the word Coyotes in white across the front. 8-minute quarters to be played. Three officials for the game. Standing at center court for the jump ball for the Bulldogs is Alyssa. Also on the floor for the Bulldogs, Marisol, Reina, Lily, and Nyla. And Nyla with the basketball controls for the Bulldogs, drives in for a layup, a little too strong, off the far side, rebounded by the Coyotes, and up the floor they come. They have dressed 8 players tonight. Bulldogs going with just 5. There's a long 16-foot jump shot, rolls around the rim and out, rebounded by the Coyotes underneath. They'll try to put it up again, but they're double teamed there. Here's a shot up and short. Lily rebounds for CSDB. It was Lizzie on the shot for the Coyotes. Alyssa to Nyla. She controls to Marisol. Marisol picks up her dribble, passes to Alyssa, and taken away by the Coyotes. A steal there, turnover by the Bulldogs. Pass ahead. There's a shot up and in. Scored there by Isabella of the Coyotes, and they take an early 2-0 lead. Half a minute into the game. Nyla controlling as she brings it across center court. Hands off to Marisol. She passes back to Alyssa. Alyssa drives to the right side, puts up a shot off the glass and the iron, no good. Pass underneath, stolen away by the Coyotes. They have a fast break going, but they missed a player way down court there. Another shot up, off the back and off the front of the rim. And chasing it to the corner, they chase it down, the Coyotes do. Pass in the key, and a shot up and in, easy bucket from just about 6 feet away. And that was Lizzie scoring for the Coyotes to make it 4-0. Nyla with a right-handed dribble. Hands off to Marisol, who has it stolen away. Fast break layup, too strong, off the rim, no good, but rebounded by the Coyotes again. There's another shot up, too strong, bounces off the rim. 3 chances there for the Coyotes, and they don't make any of them go in. So the Bulldogs get a break there, and they control the rebound. Nyla taking her time setting up the offense as they come to center court. She crosses the half-court line, drives into the right corner. Got a long shot up and off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Coyotes. It's stolen away by Nyla, up and in. Bounces around and goes in. Good steal there by Nyla. Good hustle. Followed her shot in even after the Coyotes got the rebound. She stole it away, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Bulldogs' first points on the board. Nyla out front guarding. There's a pass underneath. Rebound up, was around the rim and out. And the ball is off blue, off the Coyotes, and the Bulldogs will control. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. And a timeout called. Both teams go to their benches right now. Nyla had a good clean shot there from about 18 feet out. It was a long shot. And even though it missed, she was following up and stole the rebound away from the Coyotes player for an easy layup. So we stand at 4-2 Coyotes over the Bulldogs right now. 5:41 to play in the first quarter of this 8-minute quarter. Bulldogs break their huddle, come back out onto the floor. And now the Coyotes return to the floor. It's going to be Bulldog basketball. Inbounding from the backcourt, it'll be Alyssa to pass into Nyla. No defensive pressure from the Coyotes. Nyla takes the inbounds pass, brings it across the center line, passes to Alyssa at the top of the key. She drives into the lane, puts up a shot that is in. Touched just a little bit of the rim, almost a swish by Alyssa, and it's a tie game at 4 apiece. Coyotes with the basketball. Knocked away by Marisol, but picked up, and a time called for some reason. Oh, there's a technical problem. The scoreboard reads 53 minutes and 43 seconds. It was at 5:41 when time was called, and when play resumed, somehow it became 53 minutes, and now they'll reset the clock at 6, and they'll probably run off. Who knows what happened? Somebody's thumb may have gotten on one of the switches or something. They put 6 minutes up on the clock, which is a little bit more than we had before, but who's counting? Coyotes to inbound the basketball, and it comes to Bella. Bella throws it to Isabel. There's a shot up and in. Coyotes take the lead back 6-4. Nyla bringing the ball up. Hands off to Marisol on the right side, top of the key. She picks up her dribble, passes to Alyssa. Alyssa drives to the right corner, now down the baseline. Up with a layup, no good. Partially blocked maybe. Didn't get above the rim. Good drive there by Alyssa, however. And here comes Lizzie for the Coyotes. Lizzie's shot is up, no good. Didn't even get up as high as the rim, and Lily right there to rebound for the Bulldogs. Chance to tie it with this possession. A long pass goes over the head of Alyssa and out of bounds. Turnover to the Bulldogs, and the Coyotes will take control. Inbounding from the backcourt on the far side of the court, near their bench. And it comes to Bella. She'll bring the ball up. Right-handed dribble. Passes off to Isabella. And down low it goes. Shot is up, no good. Out of bounds off Alyssa, so the Coyotes will retain possession. That was Emma who took a shot for the Coyotes. They'll inbound now. They set up their play. Here the pass comes in. A long shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lily. Right in good position there. Passes to Alyssa. To Nyla, who brings the ball up for the Bulldogs. Trying to tie it. They haven't gotten anything in their last 2 possessions. Running shot by Nyla. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up short. And there's a tie up underneath. The possession arrow favors the Bulldogs right now. Two players had possession of the ball from either side, so the possession arrow favors CSDB, and they'll inbound under their own basket with 4:45 to play in the quarter. Pass comes into Alyssa, deep in the corner. She throws up a shot. It's going to be short. Nyla's right there for the rebound, though. Puts it up and in. Good positioning by Nyla. And we're tied at 6. Okay. Coyotes call timeout with 4:42 to play in quarter number 1. They may be talking about rebounding because Nyla had herself in perfect position to get that rebound from Alyssa's shot for an easy bucket underneath. I don't believe the scoreboard's been corrected yet either. It should be 6-6. Showing 6-4 right now. I think the CSDB coaches are going to correct that. It'll be Coyote basketball inbounding from the far end line from their end of the court. That'll be Lizzie to inbound to Bella. Bella switching hands as she dribbles across the center line, passes off to Lily. Lily to Lizzie, drives the lane, passes off. There's a long shot up, too strong, off the back of the glass, and rebounded right there by Reyna. Nyla, guarded closely at half court, just gets the ball across. You have 10 seconds to get across the center line. Alyssa tries to drive. And Alyssa had a little problems with her glasses there, so the referee called time to let her adjust. They were about to come off. And she'll inbound from the far side of the floor. 6-6, all tied up. And Alyssa tosses it into Nyla. Nyla drives to the free throw line, puts up a shot that misses and goes out of bounds. An air ball hit the bottom of the net, went out of bounds. So Coyotes take over with 4:08 to play in quarter number 1. Substitutions coming in for the Coyotes now. Three fresh players in the game for the Coyotes. Lizzie inbounds to Isabella. Isabella across the center court line to Ada. Ada passes into the corner, but it's knocked away, and Alyssa comes up with it for the Bulldogs. A takeaway by CSDB. Chance to take the lead here with just under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Marisol comes to a bounce pass and now throws it to Alyssa. It gets knocked away. Alyssa fights for it. Gets it up and in. Bulldogs take the lead at 8-6. Good hustle there by the Bulldogs. Loose ball flying around, deflected by a few players. And here are the Coyotes back on attack. Lizzie in the key, puts it up, passes off to Isabella, who cans a jumper for an 8-8 tie. And Nyla with the ball for the Bulldogs. Guarded closely, drives to the right side, passes inside Alyssa, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by the Coyotes. Marisol almost on the steal for CSDB, but Lizzie brings it up for the Coyotes to Isabella. Off it goes to Johnny. Underneath to Lizzie, good pass there. Shot up, no good, no foul. Bounce pass outside to Isabella. In the lane it goes, a shot up, bounces around and in. Johnny on the shot for the Coyotes, and they take the lead back 10-8. Nyla with the basketball. Coming across center court, drives down the left side, throws up an 18-footer, no good. Rebounded by Alyssa, there's a loose ball on the floor, kicked away by the Coyotes. It's gonna go out of bounds, but Nyla grabs it, corrals it. It would have been Bulldog basketball anyway if it had gone out of bounds off the Coyotes. Alyssa with the ball now. Knocked down to the floor, and a foul is going to be called. A block on Ada of the Coyotes as Alyssa tried to drive past her. She hit the floor, but we think she might be all right. Rubs her knee a little bit. Floor burns can hurt in basketball. And Alyssa will inbound to Nyla. 10-8, the Coyotes on top. And a substitution coming in for the Bulldogs as Sika comes in and Marisol will sit down. Alyssa guarded by Isabella. Passes into Nyla. Back to Alyssa. Throws up a long shot that's errant and goes out of bounds. Saved in by the Coyotes. They didn't need to do that, but they did. And here they come on the offensive attack. Lizzie back to Isabella. Isabella passes off to Ada. Ada back to Lizzie. She drives, passes off, shot up, and good by Abby. And it's a 4-point Coyotes lead with just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 12-8. Coyotes on top. Bulldogs need a productive trip down the floor. They've had a couple with no scores. Alyssa steals the ball back after the Coyotes had stolen it. Good hustle by Alyssa. And she passes off to Nyla, who brings it across the half-court line. Alyssa drives the lane, gets up a shot that's off to the left side of the rim, no good. And a tie-up underneath. The possession arrow now in favor of the Coyotes. They'll inbound from the far end line with 1:32 to play in the first quarter. 12-8 Coyotes over the Bulldogs. And Marisol returns to the game with Sika going to the bench. Nope, check that. She's going to replace Alyssa. Sika stays in the game. And the Coyotes to inbound, leading by 4. Lizzie to Isabella with a right-handed dribble across the center court line. Passes underneath and it gets past her teammate, and Lily picks it up, the loose ball for the Bulldogs to Nyla. Nyla driving toward the right corner, wants that baseline, throws up a 15-foot shot that misses everything, but rebounded by the Coyotes. They have a fast break going, but they lose the ball out of bounds. As Nyla attempted to steal, she knocked it out of bounds, so it remains Coyotes basketball with 1:07 to play in the first period. And Lizzie will inbound to Isabella. Real spread out offense for the Coyotes. That's Ada with the basketball. Has it stolen away by Nyla. Now Nyla starts to dribble up the floor, crosses center line, driving down the left side of the key, throws up a shot that hits the backboard, comes off the rim, rolls around out. Rebounded by the Coyotes and knocked out of bounds by an aggressive Bulldog defense. Now Alyssa back into the game for CSDB, and Sika sits down. 43.1 seconds to play in the first period. Coyotes by 4. And Isabella brings the ball across the center line, stops, passes off to Johnny, to Lizzie. She passes underneath and out of bounds off her teammate Abby. And it's Bulldog basketball with 31.6 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get some points. Alyssa inbounds to Nyla. Calmly brings the ball up floor with a right-handed dribble, drives past one defender, going for the corner again, passes out to Marisol. Marisol looking for help, tries to pass to Alyssa, nearly has it knocked away. Alyssa now underneath to Reyna. Reyna to Lily underneath. A lot of tough defense there by the Coyotes. Lily rebounds a missed shot, puts it up and in. Great rebound there by Lily, and the quarter comes to an end with the Bulldogs only down by 2 at 12-10. Coyotes leading a good first half of basketball. Takeaways by both teams as passing got sloppy at times, but for the most part the shooting was pretty good by both sides. We have a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter, which went a little longer than 8 minutes because the clock had to be reset at one point. Probably about 45 seconds longer than normal. Possession arrow is set in the Bulldogs' favor at this point, so any tie-up of a basketball between two opposing players, the ball will go over to CSDB if that should happen. And to start the second period, CSDB will inbound because the Coyotes won the jump ball to start the game. So to start quarter number 2, the Bulldogs will get to inbound. Coyotes break their huddle first and return to the floor. It's also senior night here at CSDB, with 3 seniors being honored before the game started. Each one got a rose. Kind of goes along with the red letters and numbers on their uniform. Alyssa's going to inbound for the Bulldogs to Nyla in the backcourt. Some discussion over by the scorer's table holding things up. Bulldogs also have a black dog paw on the back of their jerseys. Now we're playing again, and a dog paw on their shorts as well. Alyssa has the ball nearly taken away, drives to the side of the key, throws up a shot that touches nothing but net, and we're tied at 12. Bulldogs draw the first points of the second quarter, and Isabella brings the ball up the floor for the Coyotes. She passes right side to Ada. Ada underneath, back out to Lizzie, and she cans a clean shot. Swisheroo, 14-12. Coyotes back up by 2. Nyla brings the ball up floor, throws it in, and knocked away and stolen by the Coyotes, but Marisol aggressively gets the ball back tied up, and as we said, the possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. No, sorry. It's in favor of the Coyotes, so they'll get the ball. Lizzie to inbound to Isabella. Isabella passes left side to Johnny, right through her hands and out of bounds. So that'll be Bulldog basketball going back the other way with a bucket to tie it, trailing by 2. The official wiping the ball off. Might have got a little wet as it went out of bounds. In the bounds it comes to Nyla. Nyla cleanly into the front court, passes to Marisol. Her pass is nearly stolen away by the Coyotes. Marisol drives toward the baseline, and she travels with the basketball. Took more than 2 steps. Tried to stop, but just shuffled the feet just a little bit, and the ball goes over to the Coyotes, leading by 2 at 14-12. Lizzie to inbound to Isabella. She has a right-handed dribble coming up the floor. Stops, picks up her dribble, passes right side to Ada. She drives, stops, passes underneath to Emma. Tight defense by the Bulldogs and taken away by Marisol. Good turnover there by the Bulldogs with a chance to tie it. Nyla passes into the front court to Marisol. Bounce pass to Alyssa. She has the ball knocked away and picked up by Lizzie, who drives the length of the floor for an uncontested layup. Nyla gave chase, but she couldn't catch up to her. And that's a 4-point Coyotes lead now at 16-12. And the official calling timeout because Alyssa had her glasses knocked off, apparently, and a lens popped out of her glasses. So she's a little upset as she goes to the bench. We'll see if they can get those glasses repaired. In the meantime, Sika substitutes for Alyssa. Lily will take the job of the inbounds pass to Nyla. And Nyla signals the play as she comes up floor. Passes right side to Reyna, through her legs and out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Coyotes. They have a 4-point lead with 6:06 to play before halftime here in the CSDB gym. Pictures of Bulldogs on the floor, each near half court. Here's Isabella with the ball for the Coyotes. She passes in the lane to Lizzie. Has it knocked away, but picks it back up. Passes outside to Lily. Lily back to Lizzie, and her shot is up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded underneath by Emma. Her shot is no good. Coyotes rebound again. CSDB needs to get a defensive rebound here. Right side it goes to Ada. Ada back to Lily for a shot that was too strong off the glass. Rebounded underneath, and the Bulldogs lost the basketball to Isabella of the Coyotes, and she makes the basket. And the Coyotes have their biggest lead of the game so far at 18-12. Nyla drives right side, picks up her dribble, has it knocked away and stolen by Ada. And as she's dribbling for an uncontested layup, the ball goes off her foot and out of bounds. There's a break for the Bulldogs there. And they fixed Alyssa's glasses, fortunately, and she's back on the floor as Sika takes the bench. And for now, Lily will inbounds to Nyla. Bulldogs down by 6 at 18-12. Coyotes playing man-to-man defense. Ball goes to Alyssa on the right side. Long shot up and off the front of the rim. Great shot by Alyssa. It was about a 20-foot shot, but just hit the front of the rim and bounced away. And Lizzie comes up with the ball for the Coyotes to Isabella. Back to Lizzie. Off to the side to Ada. Underneath it goes to Emma. Her shot is too strong off the rim and rebounded by Alyssa of the Bulldogs. 4:40 to play in the first half. Nyla to Alyssa. Drives the top of the key. Puts up a 17-footer. No good. Short and out of bounds. And off to the Coyotes. Their biggest lead of the game so far at 18-12. Substitution into the game for the Coyotes as Bella comes in and Isabella sits down. Bella brings the ball up the floor. Passes right side to Ada. Ada looking for someone to pass to as the Bulldogs are playing good zone defense here. Pass underneath to Emma. She has it knocked away by Alyssa. They scramble for the ball. Marisol gets involved, and Nyla comes up with the basketball. Good hustle by the Bulldogs as they went for that loose ball. Ooh, I believe Alyssa tried to set a pick there, and she's being called for a push. It might have been unintentional. She says, who, me? But referee Walt Johnson called her for the foul. May have been unintentional, but it was a foul as she ran into the Coyotes player. 4:09 to play before halftime, and it's 18-12, Coyotes over the Bulldogs. Lizzie inbounding to Bella. Bella passes cross court to Ada. She passes in the lane to Lizzie. Her shot is up, no good, off the far side of the rim. Rebounded easily by Lily there. And she passes off to Nyla. Bulldogs hustle down the floor. Nyla drives to her right with her right-handed dribble. Tries to pass to Alyssa, but it's knocked away by Ada. And then stolen back again by Nyla. She drives in strong, goes up with a shot, and she's fouled underneath by one of the Coyotes, and Nyla will get 2 free throws from the 15-foot foul line. Chance to cut into this 6-point Coyotes lead. Referee indicating 2 shots, so there will be no rebound on the first shot if it's missed. Nyla dribbles the ball about 5 times, puts up her right-handed shot, a little strong, and bounces off the back of the rim, off the glass, and not in. She gets one more try here. This one will be rebounded if it misses. Lily and Alyssa on the sides of the free throw key for the Bulldogs. One shot coming. Nyla again with 5 dribbles. And her shot is up off the left side of the rim this time. No good. Rebounded by Emma. She passes off to Bella. And Bella brings the ball into the front court for the Coyotes. Off to Ada. Back to Lily it comes. There's a shot up by Lizzie, no good. Rebounded by Lily underneath of the Bulldogs. Nearly has it stolen away, but picks it back up, guarded tightly there by Ada. Nyla brings the ball up floor for the Bulldogs. Dribbling into the left corner, throws up a 20-foot shot that's too long off the right side. Rebounded by Lily. She needs to dribble or do something with the ball. Tries to pass it between the legs of the Coyote player. Nyla puts up a shot, no good. Furious action there. And here comes Lizzie of the Coyotes. Passes off to Ada. Out front to Bella. They work the ball around. Back to Lily. Lily bounces to Lizzie. Bounce pass to the baseline to Bella. Her shot is up and in. Clean switch there. And it's now 20-12, an 8-point lead for the Coyotes. Nyla with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Marisol has it go off her hands. Little long pass there, and it went off her hands out of bounds. Turnover. Bulldogs can use a timeout right here as they're down by 8, and they've only scored 2 points in this quarter, and we're almost 6 minutes into the quarter. So they need to get a bucket to turn things around. The ball just hasn't been going down for them, and a few turnovers haven't helped either. Coyotes doing a better job of ball hawking in this second quarter. 2:28 left before halftime. Bulldogs break their huddle and return to the floor. With only 6 players dressed, the Bulldogs don't have a lot of depth on the bench to get a break if they get a little bit tired. Coyotes brought 8 players. And they will be inbounding here with Lizzie to inbound to Bella. They lead by 8. Bella with a right-handed dribble, passes right side to Ada. She's looking for somebody to pass to, tries to throw it to the baseline to Bella. Off it goes to Johnny. Knocked away, but picked up by Marisol, tries to fight for it. Reyna rather. Coyotes get it back. Ada on the right side, passes to Lizzie. Her shot is partially blocked as it goes up, but Bella gets the rebound. Her shot is too long and no good, and rebounded by Lily of the Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Nyla with the basketball, bringing it up nice and deliberately. Passes to Marisol, to Alyssa. She has it stolen away by Ada, and the Coyotes control. Bella to Ada. Back around, they swing it to Lily. Underneath to Johnny, back out front it comes to Bella. Guarded closely by Nyla. She steals the ball right away. Looked like it might be a tie up there for a second, but she stole it right away from the Coyote player. Alyssa has it knocked away, but she gets knocked down as well. And Ada is going to be called for the foul on the Coyotes, but it will not be a shooting foul, but CSDB will retain the basketball, and they'll inbound from the far side of the court. Alyssa to bring it in for CSDB. So Alyssa will be the trigger person to pass it in. Nyla's being guarded closely by Bella, but Nyla gets the basketball. Drives to the right side of the floor. Looking for someone to pass to, needs some help. Passes to Marisol. She takes it to the baseline. She's trapped underneath there, and she's called for traveling. Got double teamed and had nowhere to go with the basketball. So another turnover for the Bulldogs. And the Coyotes looking to build on an 8-point lead with 1 minute coming up left before halftime. Bella drives right side of the key, passes underneath to Johnny, and they lose the basketball out of bounds. It's going to be Bulldog basketball, under a minute to play now. Be nice to get at least one basket before halftime. Alyssa inbounds to Nyla. Right-handed dribble. Up to the half-court line. Now across. Pick set by Alyssa. And a little too aggressively. Alyssa gets called for her second foul. And the ball goes over to the Coyotes with 46.1 seconds to go before halftime. Alyssa tried to set a pick, but you need to have your feet set. You can't be moving when you bump into the player to try to block them. Thus the foul. This is Lizzie with the basketball for the Coyotes. Stolen away by Lily. 34 seconds to go in the half. Alyssa with the basketball, guarded closely by Ada. Dribbles across the center court line, passes off to Nyla. Nyla puts up a 20-foot shot, hits nothing but glass, and rebounded underneath by Lily, who puts it up and in. Good rebound as she took it away from one of the Coyotes players. 15 seconds to play, and the lead cut to 6 now, 20-14, the Bulldogs trailing. Their second basket of this period. There's Ada driving in, almost stolen away by Alyssa. A shot off the side of the backboard, no good. Coyotes rebound, but they're not going to get another shot before halftime. And the first half ends with the Coyotes up 20-14 over CSDB. We'll be back with the second half in a moment. We begin the second half of action between the CSDB Bulldogs and the Family Worship Center Academy's Coyotes, with the Coyotes up 20-14, a fresh 8 minutes on the clock to start the third period. And the basketball belongs to the Bulldogs to start this period. Reyna to bring the ball in, passing it to Nyla. Nyla with a right-handed dribble. Picks up her dribble, looking for somebody to pass to. Now throws it to Marisol. She has it knocked away, but picks it back up to Nyla. She drives into the lane, loses the ball to the Coyotes, and they begin a fast break down the floor. Bella with the basketball for the Coyotes. And there was Johnny with the basketball. Throws up a shot that's an air ball. Rebounded underneath by Alyssa. Good hustle there. Nyla brings it up now for the Bulldogs, trailing by 6. Nyla using her left arm to fend off a defender. Alyssa drives to the free throw line, puts up a shot that's off the left side of the rim, rebounded by Johnny of the Coyotes. And Bella now with the basketball, right-handed dribble across the center line, swiped at by Nyla, but the Coyotes retain possession. There's Bella's shot up, short, just hits the glass, loose underneath, and there's a travel called on Abby, who had the basketball briefly for the Coyotes and couldn't find anyone to pass to, so the ball goes over to the Bulldogs on the turnover. Reyna to inbound to Nyla. She's guarded closely there by Bella. Chasing her up the floor. Nyla dribbles all the way to the far corner, passes to Lily. She wants to put up a shot. She's guarded tight there, gets one up anyway and hits the glass and misses the rim, comes off. Alyssa gets the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds as she attempts to shoot. Knocked out of bounds by the Coyotes. And it's CSDB basketball. A little confusion there. The Coyotes thought they owned it, but it's going to be Bulldog basketball. Underneath their basket, they stack 4 players on the left side of the key. Now they break, and Marisol bounces it in to Nyla. She has a clean 20-foot shot up, just short, doesn't hit anything. Lily goes for the rebound. Now she puts up a shot that's too long, and rebounded by Ada of the Coyotes. Has it stolen away by Nyla, and they're going to call it a jump ball, the officials say. Possession arrow in favor of the Coyotes. So good steal attempt by Nyla, but she didn't get it away quite quick enough. They called it a tie-up, and the ball went to the Coyotes. Now substitution for CSDB. Nyla comes out and Sika comes in. Coaches want to have a discussion with Nyla over what's going on. Bella brings it up for the Coyotes. They lead by 6 at 20-14. And a pass knocked away. Good defense there by Marisol. She knocks the ball out of bounds. Coyotes inbound from the far side of the floor. Lily inbounds to Ada. She drives into the key, loses the ball to Alyssa. And Alyssa has it knocked away, picks it up, now dribbles down the near side of the court. Into the front court, drives into the lane. Good strong drive by Alyssa. And she knocks a Coyote player down, but Abby of the Coyotes is going to be called for blocking. She didn't have her feet set when Alyssa went by. And Alyssa's going to be awarded 2 shots. They say it was a shooting foul as she was going for the basket. So she'll get 2 free throws. Nyla waits to come back into the game by the scorer's table. Official bounces the ball to Alyssa. She dribbles it 4 times. She's a right-handed shooter. It's up and off the side of the rim. Nyla returns, and Sika will sit down for the Bulldogs. 1 more shot coming for Alyssa with a chance to cut the lead to 5. Coyotes 20, Bulldogs 14. 4 more dribbles by Alyssa. Takes a breath, puts up the shot a little strong, bounces off the backboard and off the front of the rim. No good, rebounded by the Coyotes. But they stepped on the line. Johnny had the ball, but stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Break there for the Bulldogs. They'll inbound under their own basket again. Marisol to bring it in, slaps the basketball. They break their line, and she bounces it into Alyssa, who's trapped underneath. tries to throw a pass out front. It's loose. Picked up by Reyna there. Good hustle. Reyna to Nyla. Nyla drives into the lane, puts a free throw shot up from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Ada of the Coyotes. Nyla guarding closely there, tries to get the ball back, but it goes to Bella of the Coyotes. She dribbles to the right side of the key, puts up a shot that's going to be an air ball and out of bounds. And that's Bulldog basketball. 5:31 to play in the third quarter. Coyotes 20 and Bulldogs 14. Reyna inbounds to Nyla. Deliberately bringing the ball up floor with a right-handed dribble. Passes to Alyssa at the top of the key. She drives into the lane. About a 10-foot shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts up a shot that's way off the mark and rebounded by Marisol underneath. Back to Alyssa. She has Nyla out front open. Nyla with an 18-footer, no good. And rebounded by Lily of Johnny rather of the Coyotes, but she loses the ball out of bounds. Another break for the Bulldogs and a chance to pull within 4 if they can get a basket here. Marisol inbounds to Alyssa, but knocked away by Ada out of bounds, so it remains Bulldog basketball. The mighty Bulldogs. Marisol slaps the ball with one hand. They break their line. She passes into Reyna. Reyna passes off to Alyssa. Alyssa drives toward the free throw line, passes underneath, but she traveled as she passed the ball, and another turnover for the Bulldogs. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. No score in this quarter. Coyotes by 6 as Abby will inbound to Bella. And Bella brings the ball up floor, crossing the center line now, guided by Nyla. Pass goes off to the side to Johnny. Off to Ada, nearly knocked away by Nyla. Nyla ball hawking, but it goes underneath to the Coyotes. Ada with the ball, has it knocked away by Alyssa, and there's a shot up and in by Lily. And that makes it an 8-point lead. That's the biggest lead the Coyotes have had. They had an 8-point lead in the first half as well. Nyla passes deep to Reyna on the left side. She bounces it to Alyssa from around the free throw line. Her shot is wide of the mark, off the right side of the glass without hitting the rim, and knocked out of bounds underneath by Alyssa. And it's Coyotes basketball, leading by 8. Bella bringing the ball up the floor, passes front court to Johnny, back to Bella, to Lily. Her shot is up and in. 2 straight baskets by Lily make it 24-14, and the biggest Coyotes lead of the game at 10. Nyla into the front court. Nice move around Bella. Throws up an 18-footer, banks it in. Nice shot there by Nyla. And that bowls the Bulldogs to win an 8 at 24-16. Abby inbounds to Johnny. She passes front court to Ada. Ada drives to the left side of the key. Knocked away by Nyla and stolen away. Nyla got it from behind. She drives all the way down the floor, puts up a shot, banks it off and in. Great work there. The steal and the layup by Nyla brings the Bulldogs back to within 6. 2 quick buckets, and there's a knock away by Nyla. She knocked the dribble away from Bella out of bounds, so it will be Coyotes basketball still going in their direction. They substitute. They'll inbound from the near side of the court. Substitute into the game for the Coyotes. There's Abby inbounding, but she stepped over the line when she passed the ball in, and that's a turnover that goes to the Bulldogs. Good break there for the Bulldogs, and a chance to pull within 4 if they can get a basket here. Reyna to inbound to Nyla. As the other Bulldogs get set in their positions, now Nyla has the basketball, brings it across the midcourt line as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Got a foul on the far side of the court. A blocking foul, I believe, of some sort, and the Bulldogs will retain possession on the far side of the floor. It's not a shooting foul. Reyna to inbound. Passes it into Nyla. She eludes the defense. Drives to the left side of the key. Down to the baseline. Puts up a shot that's a little short. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up again and in. And the Bulldogs are back to within 4 after being down 10. It's 24-20. Coyotes on top, and Bella bringing the ball up floor for the Coyotes. Nyla knocks it away. She's been ball hawking this whole period and out of bounds, so I believe that's going to be Coyotes basketball. Coyotes will have the basketball when we resume play. The officials discussing something with the scorer's table. And Abby will inbound from the far side of the floor. Bella is back to receive that pass. Nyla guarding her. But the pass comes into Ada. Ada drives down to the left side, loses the ball off her foot and out of bounds. Another break for the Bulldogs. They can pull within 2 now. 2:36 to play in the third quarter. It's 24-20 Coyotes. Reyna brings the ball in to Nyla. She's guarded by Bella as she comes to the center court line. Gets a pick from Alyssa and drives to the base, to the key. Loses the ball, but Alyssa picks it up. She's going to try to take a shot, almost travels, but gets the ball to Nyla. Nyla drives in, banks a shot that's too strong off the front of the rim, and rebounded by Lizzie. Nyla hustling knocks it away, but it's going to be Coyotes basketball as it went off Nyla out of bounds. And Abby will inbound for the Coyotes. Bounce pass into Lizzie. Lizzie to the corner. That shot too long by the Coyotes and out of bounds. Bulldog basketball. Again, a chance to draw within 2 points with 2:06 to play in quarter number 3. Reyna will bring the ball into Nyla. Nyla taking her time, getting up the floor. As we said, you have 10 seconds to get across that center line. She drives to the right side of the key and hits the floor as she was tripped up there by a Coyotes player. No foul, though. Let's see what the officials decide here. I think it's going to be Bulldog basketball. The official waiting for one of the Bulldogs to come and bring the ball in bounds. So Marisol goes to the baseline. And they stack 4 players along the side of the key again. Now they break. Marisol tries to get it into Alyssa, has it knocked away by the Coyotes, but it went right to Alyssa, or Marisol rather, who was standing out of bounds. So it's Coyotes basketball. A little sloppiness there. And Bella to bring the ball up. 1:45 to play in the third quarter. Passes to the front court. Lizzie to the corner to Lily. And Nyla steals the ball away from, but she double dribbles on her way to the basket. Good hustle by Nyla as she stole the ball away from the Coyotes. But as she was driving down the floor, she double dribbled, had both hands on the basketball at one time. So turnover to the Coyotes with 1:33 to play in the third quarter. They lead by 4. Lizzie gets the inbounds pass, passes in the corner to Lily. Lily back to Lizzie, knocked away by, as she was attempting to shoot. Nice play by Alyssa, knocking the ball away. Nyla scrambling with it, puts up a shot that's short, gets her rebound, puts it up and in. And it's only a 2-point deficit now. The Bulldogs have shaved 8 straight points off the 10-point lead that the Coyotes had. And the Coyotes want to call a timeout here. Their coach gathering them around the bench as they watched a 10-point lead melt down to 2. It's 24-22 with 1:09 to play in the third quarter. As we said, CSDB has run off 8 straight points to make it a real tight game now. Some good ball hawking by the Bulldogs as they've knocked some passes away, stolen the ball right out of the hands of some of the Coyotes players. Just a little more aggressive defense as the Coyotes did not take care of the basketball when they had it. If there is a tie-up ball, the possession arrow now favors the Bulldogs. Coyotes break their huddle first, come back on the floor. They'll inbound from their far end of the floor. And the Bulldogs now back on the floor as well. It'll be Abby bringing the ball inbounds for the Bulldogs. Bella to receive the inbounds pass. And she brings the ball up floor with a right-handed dribble. Almost double dribble there. Nyla sneaks around behind her, knocks it out of bounds. But it'll be Coyotes basketball as it went off Nyla. 1:03 now to play in the third quarter. Abby to inbound for the Coyotes. Bounce pass to Lizzie. Has it knocked away by Lily and out of bounds. It went off of Lily's leg. So it's still, they're going to give it back to the Bulldogs. Apparently a Coyote player touched it before it went out of bounds. Chance to tie the game up here with just under a minute. Clock running at 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. And a pass goes intercepted by the Coyotes, and Nyla chases Lizzie down and knocks her to the floor for a foul. So the Coyotes will have the basketball back with 46.9 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's not a shooting foul, so Abby will inbound from underneath the Coyotes basket. And a substitution as Isabella comes in and replaces Bella for the Coyotes. Bounce pass into Lizzie. Her shot is up. Short. She had a good clean look at the basket. Alyssa rebounds for the Bulldogs. Tries to pass it to Nyla. She does get it to Nyla. Nyla is chased down by Lizzie and has her shot blocked. Good block by Lizzie as has a little height advantage on Nyla. As Nyla attempted to shoot, it was blocked out of bounds off of the Coyotes. 34.5 seconds to play in the third quarter. Basket here would tie it for CSDB. Marisol looking for help, somebody to pass it into. She has 5 seconds to get it in. She passes it in. It's stolen away by Ada of the Coyotes. Lizzie now drives in toward the basket. Abby has it. Ada puts it up. No good. Rebound up and in as the Coyotes got too many chances at the basket that time. I don't know if the CSDB Bulldogs can get the ball up the floor in time to get a basket or not. There's less than 15 seconds on the clock, now less than 10. Driving in is Nyla. Passes to Reyna. Nyla gets it back. Her shot off the side of the backboard, no good. Scramble for the rebound. And the third quarter ends with the Coyotes back up by 4 at 26-22. But a good quarter of basketball by the Bulldogs as they pulled it within 2 at one point after being down 10. They trail now by only 4 with one more period to play in regulation.
That was a close call, Ian.
26-22, the Coyotes on top of the Bulldogs. Here on the Bulldogs' home floor. 8 minutes on the clock for the fourth quarter. If the score is tied at the end of this quarter, there would be an overtime period. Coyotes break their huddle. And now the Bulldogs back on the floor. CSDB gets to inbound to start the fourth quarter. Reyna being handed the basketball by the official. Some delay, I'm not sure why. The officials find it humorous. And Reyna handed the basketball, passes into Nyla. Nyla to Alyssa, top of the key, a 22-foot shot off the back of the rim, no good. That was a long shot. And Lizzie has the ball for the Coyotes. Nyla goes for the ball, but commits a foul when she got a little too aggressive and pushed the Coyotes' Lizzie player. So it's a non-shooting foul, and Coyotes retain the basketball, inbounding from the far side of the court. Lizzie passes into Ada. Ada drives to the baseline, looking for someone to pass to. Lizzie with a 17-foot shot up and in. Two-pointer near the three-point line. And that gives the Coyotes a 6-point lead now at 28-22. Alyssa with the basketball, drives into the key, puts up a shot, no good, off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by the Coyotes, and they have a chance to extend their lead again. Abby with the basketball for the Coyotes, has it knocked away, and again hit by Marisol, and it goes almost out of bounds, but the Coyotes retrieve. Nyla nearly with a steal, guarding very tight on Lizzie. And underneath it goes to Lily. Her shot is no good. Saved inbounds by the Bulldogs, but the Coyotes get it, put up a shot. Alyssa now with the basketball. Ball was knocked out of bounds by the Coyotes, so the Bulldogs retain possession, trailing by 6. And a substitute for the Bulldogs as Nyla gets a breather. Sika comes in, and Alyssa will be the player to bring the ball up the court as Reyna inbounds to Alyssa. Good breather for Nyla. And Alyssa over the center court line with a right-handed dribble, drives all the way to the corner, stops at the baseline, and travels with the basketball. She got stopped there by a Coyotes player and couldn't stop her feet from going. Substitution for the Coyotes. They lead by 6. Abby inbounds to Isabella. She brings the ball to the floor, throws it to Lizzie. It's a little too far for her to get. It goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Coyotes. And Lily will inbound for the Bulldogs. Alyssa to take the inbounds pass. Alyssa running the offense now. Right-handed dribble across the center court line. Loses the basketball, but it was touched by a Coyotes player, so it was not over and back as she went across the half-court line. Gets a shot up and was fouled as she shot. Shot was no good. If it had gone, it could have been a three-point play for Alyssa because she was fouled in the act of shooting. I think they would have counted the basket and she would have gotten a shot, but they're not calling it a shooting foul. Bulldogs will inbounds. Marisol with the basketball. Passes into Alyssa, but it gets knocked away. Alyssa chases it down, picks it up. Looks for someone to pass to, looking for Lily underneath, has it stolen away by Lizzie of the Coyotes. Good hustle by Sika, knocking it back to Alyssa. Alyssa on the far side gets fouled by Ada, as Ada went for the basketball. And the Coyotes want to call a timeout to talk things over. They lead by 6 with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs go to their bench for instruction. A 1-minute timeout to give each team time to discuss. Plenty of time left in the game. Bulldogs only down by 6. Coyotes ready to break their huddle. Possession arrow is in their favor at the moment. And the Bulldogs break their huddle and come back onto the floor. Nyla back in the game replacing Sika. And she'll take the inbounds pass from Reyna at the far end of the floor with 6:21 to play in the fourth quarter. There's the inbounds pass to Nyla. Very deliberate right-handed dribble. Now breaks it into the front court with a pass to Alyssa. She looks for somebody to pass to, tries to get it to Marisol, and it goes out of bounds on the far side of the floor. Turnover by the Bulldogs, Coyotes basketball. They lead by 6 at 28-22. This is Isabella with the ball for the Coyotes to Lizzie. She drives strong to the right side, passes off to Emma. Back to Lizzie. Her shot is no good, nothing but air. Rebounded underneath by the Coyotes, and there's Abby with a shot no good. Rebound fought for underneath, and the Coyotes come up with it. Their shot again no good, and finally controlled by the Bulldogs. Nyla bringing it up floor strong. Drives in for a shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Coyotes. Nyla going for the steal, but Lizzie brings it up floor for the Coyotes. She has a player open underneath, but couldn't get the ball to her because she was defended tightly by Alyssa, who knocked the ball out of bounds. Coyotes will inbound from the far end line. Lizzie to bring the ball in for the Coyotes. Here's the pass into Emma. Emma back to Lizzie. Her shot is going to be short off the rim and rebounded by Alyssa. Ahead to Nyla. Nyla breaking down the floor, guarded by 2 Coyotes. Her shot goes up no good, but she gets her own rebound. Puts it up. Oh, rolls around the rim and out. That could have brought the Bulldogs back to within 4. Alyssa's shot is up and in as the loose ball came to her right at the free throw line, and she made the 15-foot shot with a swish. And it's a 4-point Coyotes lead with 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Ball goes off Lizzie's foot as she tried to dribble right into Lily's hands to Alyssa, and ahead it goes to Nyla. Nyla dribbles past 2 Coyotes. She's double teamed and has it knocked away. And a pass ahead to Lizzie. She drives into the front court, knocked away by Alyssa with good hustle. Bulldogs really hustling on defense, going after that loose ball when they can. Knocking it loose from a dribbler or a passer. 4:41 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 28-24 Coyotes. They'll inbound Lizzie to Isabella. She turns around, puts up a shot, short, and into the hands of Alyssa. And she brings it nice and slowly up the floor, has it knocked away, nearly stolen away, and her pass to Lily goes out of bounds. It'll be blue basketball as the Coyotes get the turnover from the Bulldogs. Missed opportunity there by CSDB to pull within 2. Lizzie looking to pass in, finds Isabella. Isabella dribbles toward the basket to Lizzie. She puts up an 18-foot shot, no good. Rebounded underneath by Ada. She has it knocked away by Reyna. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Ahead to Nyla. She has it knocked away. Now there's a tied up basketball. 2 players hit the floor, and it's going to be Coyotes basketball. A lot of hustle by both teams there, and the possession arrow favors the Coyotes. Abby to inbound from the far side of the court to Isabella. Bounce pass in. Isabella brings it across the front court line, hands it to Ada. Ada drives, is double teamed there by the Bulldogs. She gets a pass off to the far side to Emma. Emma in the middle to Isabella. Her shot is up, no good. Defended from behind by Nyla. Emma with the basketball, passes to Ada, out of bounds off of her hands. Turnover by the Coyotes. Here's an opportunity for the Bulldogs, trailing by 4. Reyna will inbound from deep in the backcourt to Nyla. Let's see what the Bulldogs can accomplish here. Good pass ahead to Alyssa. She drives to the free throw line, knocked away, picked up by Reyna. She saved it. There's a loose ball scramble, almost a tie-up. Possession arrow would favor the Bulldogs, but Alyssa was fouled in that scramble. Bit of a push. I don't think it'll be a shooting foul. So the Bulldogs should get the basketball underneath their own basket. Nope, the foul was on the Bulldogs. Now the officials are going to correct it. The foul was on the Coyotes. And the Bulldogs will get the basketball under their own basket with 3:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Reyna to pass it in to Alyssa in the corner. She's double teamed there. Drives the baseline, puts up a shot that's short. Lily fights for it, but it comes away to Isabella. She has a breakaway for the Coyotes, and it's partially blocked by Alyssa. Good hustle as Alyssa came from behind, tie up underneath, and the possession arrow favors CSDB. Bulldogs have the basketball with 2:57 to play in the fourth quarter, trailing by 4. Reyna passes in to Nyla. Nyla ahead to Alyssa. She tries to drive, almost loses the ball, and now does lose it to Emma of the Coyotes. She passes ahead to Isabella, who drives in for a layup. No good, knocked away by Nyla. Back to Emma. Emma outside to Lizzie, who puts up a shot short, out of bounds, off a Coyotes player. Oh, they're going to say it went off CSDB, and the Coyotes will retain possession underneath their own basket. Bulldogs need to tighten up their defense right here. Now they do. Pass comes into Lizzie. She passes off to Isabella. Back to Lizzie with a 17-foot shot that goes in. Nice shot there by the Coyotes, and they lead by 6 again with 2:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Nyla with the basketball. Bulldogs down by 6. Alyssa with a long shot, banks off the glass, doesn't hit the rim at all. That was about a 25-footer by Alyssa. We have a whistle. And a substitution for the Bulldogs as Alyssa comes out and Sika comes in. Reyna will inbound the basketball for the Bulldogs, rather Marisol. Marisol to Nyla underneath. She steps back, but I believe she traveled, and she did with the basketball. Before she put the ball on the floor, she took a couple steps back to get some room to shoot. And the traveling violation means Coyotes basketball. And Abby inbounds it to Isabella. Isabella ahead to Lizzie. She drives to the right side, puts up an 18-footer, short off the front of the rim, rebounded by the Coyotes underneath. Emma puts it up and in, and it's an 8-point lead again for the Coyotes. They've led by as many as 10. Now it's 32-24 with 1:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs need to score and score quickly here. Nyla drives and loses the ball out of bounds off her own knee. Bulldog turnover means Coyotes basketball with only 1:36 left to play and an 8-point lead for the Coyotes. Abby inbounds for the Coyotes to Isabella, ahead to Lizzie. Lizzie drives toward the right corner, passes underneath to Emma with a shot up, around, and off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Reyna, or Marisol. Back it goes to Bella. Her shot's going to be way short. Rebounded by Alyssa, but she loses the ball to Lizzie. Lizzie's shot is an air ball, and Lily rebounds for the Bulldogs. 1:10 to play in the fourth quarter. Alyssa double teamed, passes off to Nyla. She drives strong down the left side toward the corner, now toward the basket, puts a shot up that's partially blocked, gets a rebound, puts it up, no good. Alyssa with a rebound, no good with that shot. Nyla takes it away from behind, but I believe she's going to be called for a foul. Going for the rebound. Nyla took the ball away, but she was leaning over the back of the opposing player. So it'll be Coyotes basketball with 50.4 seconds to play in the fourth quarter and an 8-point Coyotes lead. Isabella pressured by Nyla as she approaches the half-court line. Her pass goes to no one but Reyna, who steals it away for the Bulldogs. A scramble for the loose ball. It's on the floor, and This possession arrow is going to go to the Coyotes with 45.6 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. 8-point Coyotes lead. Lizzie inbounds to Abby. Abby to Bella. Ball gets knocked away as it's passed into the corner, but Emma comes up with it for the Coyotes. Right side to Isabella. Her pass partially blocked. A shot by Emma is no good, but a whistle and a foul, I believe. It's going to be a two-shot shooting foul. Emma was fouled by one of the Bulldogs. Might have been Lily that was called for the foul. Emma will go to the free throw line for the Coyotes, leading by 8 with 30.8 seconds to play. Her right-handed shot is up, short off the front of the rim, no good. She'll get one more because it was a shooting foul. Official bounces the ball to Emma. Her shot this time is up off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebounded underneath by Isabella. And as she attempts to shoot, she was fouled underneath by Alyssa, I think. And this will be another shooting foul. 2 more free throws for the Coyotes, who already lead by 8 with 28.8 seconds left on the clock. Ball bounced to Isabella at the free throw line. She dribbles 3 times, puts up a right-handed shot. That swishes to give them a 9-point lead. Isabella's second free throw coming. Up, off the back of the rim, front of the rim and in. Went back rim, front rim, and down through. 10-point Coyotes lead. Nyla to bring the basketball up the floor. A little bit of a hurry this time. Her pass is knocked away. Lily picks it up, fires up a shot. No good, but she was fouled as she shot. It'll be a 2-shot foul. Lily going to the free throw line. .21 seconds left now in the fourth quarter. The official bounces the ball to Lily. She dribbles a couple times and puts up a shot that is off the back of the rim, a little too strong. No good. Lily's second shot forthcoming. Puts it up. It's going to be short and out of bounds. Ball goes over to the Coyotes, leading by 10, 34-24. Bounce pass in, stolen away by Nyla. Great steal. She snuck right up behind Isabella as he tries to steal the next pass coming in. Bulldogs within 8. Lizzie with the ball for the Coyotes. Passes underneath to Emma. Her shot is up and banked in. 36-26. The Coyotes by 10 with 10 seconds on the clock running. Nyla quickly up the floor. She's going to take a long 40-foot shot that's out of bounds. No good. And the Coyotes are going to win this game with 3.2 seconds left to go. Good effort by the Bulldogs, especially in that third quarter and here again in the fourth quarter. Pass almost stolen away by Alyssa, and that's the final score. Family Worship Center Academy 36 and CSDB 26. On behalf of the Media Productions team and the Department of Communications for the School for the Deaf and the Blind, this is Bill Beagle. Thanks for joining us.